Hello, family. Welcome back. Thank you for joining, and we appreciate everybody who was here. I think that's the very first person I have to give you a shout out. I've lost it already. I saw somebody who already indicated that they were the first, and then there was a number two somewhere. So if I see you at some point, I'm going to pull it out. Thank you guys for joining, and we appreciate all the support. Go ahead and share if you can. Let's discuss this together. So the topic for today says smart innovation versus reinventing the wheel. So Collins and myself, we apologize on Vincent's behalf. He is caught up somewhere with other duties. So I think that Collins is here and you are there. We are the team. We are definitely going to make it together and do it really well. So Brother Collins, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, Mr. Konfor, for having me again. Yeah, I'm just happy because today is Saturday. And we're good. We're good. We are fine. Like our brother Oliver would say, we are fine.
Indeed, we are fine. So, without any waste of time, Collins, I know how excited we were when we were talking about this topic. So, I just want you to go straight to the point. We're talking about smart innovation versus reinventing the wheel. So, you can start from anywhere. We'll always get there. Guys, I would really appreciate your input. Say something about this topic. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Konfor. This is a really good topic. You know, we're talking about smart innovation and reinventing the wheel. So when we look at smart innovation, it's just exactly what Mr. Ashmofara is doing. You know, Mr. Ashmofara is doing something which is smarter. So smart innovation, what do you mean? It means you are building something new and fresh. Very, very new and fresh. Something which you can use to solve a problem. Because he, Mr. Ashmofara, look at everything, said, okay, how can we solve this problem? It can be maybe in video conferencing. If there is a gap in video conferencing, how do we close that gap? How do we do this? If it's something like education, how do we close the gap? How do we solve this problem? You know, because if you look at it very well, there are a lot of issues in this world which technology can solve. But can one person solve all the problem? No. People will do their own bit. They leave it, they pass the baton for the next person to come. As it grows, more problems. As the population grows, so we also have more problems. People want to work smart, not hard again. You know, people now, the way of working now is smart. Because if you want to say you are working hard, the hardness is not possible. Because imagine machine can process 1 billion tons of something a day or per second, not a day. Human being cannot do that. Human being cannot do repetitive job because at one point your energy level will drop, but machine energy level will stay constant depending on the way they set it. They can say, okay, process this thing per second. Machine will process 1 cubic days, 10 tons of this per second, depending on how they have set it in the code. So Mr. Ashmofara is looking at the problem and say, you know what? How do we work smarter? How do we build a smart technology that will solve some of the problems that we are having? He said, I cannot solve I cannot solve all the problems, but I can solve at least majority of the problem, you know, the area that we will touch based on our technology. At least we'll cover some of those gaps. But when you look at reinventing the wheel, it's about duplicating. So you look at something that's already working, there's no issues, you know, you look at it and say, no, let me go and reinvent. Nobody will even care. It's just like, it's a comfort. There's iPhone. You say you want to build a phone called iPhone with the same functionality, the same feature. How many people buy it? Remember that iPhone already have a loyal cost. They are loyal customers. So you cannot go again and try to reinvent iPhone. iPhone is already good for purpose. What are you bringing different? People want to see things different, things that will solve their problem. The problem that iPhone cannot solve, can you solve that problem? That's exactly what Ms. Ashmofara is doing. Looking at the problem where we cannot, the other part cannot solve it. Maybe I can build this that will close that gap. That's what we call smart technology. So you are building something fresh, new, that will cover the gap, that will solve A, B, C. Maybe this particular company solve A to B, but they never cover B to C because they don't have the means. Mr. Ash said, okay, you know what? I will come and cover A to B. That is new technology, something new. And customer will say, okay, I can cover A, B, C, D. That's what Mr. Ash will do. A, B, C, D, E. So cover most of those gaps, you know, and that is what is happening daily. People want their life to be better. How can my life be better? Through technology. Because like our brother Bob touched some of those parts when we had the last Heroes meeting or OTech Pro. I forgot one of them. What we're talking about, we have moved. It's like the way things move from agricultural age, you know, to industrial age, you know, to tertiary age. Now we are in the technological age, you know, the era of technology, where technology now is the era of day. And now we are in the AI part of it, because technology is there, but now AI is about automation, building the code, running AI code, machine that can do stuff for you. You automate it, embedded with AI, artificial intelligence. So you push the data within that machine to start to behave like humans, to say, all right, I want you to do this for me, and the machine will do exactly. That is coding. You know, you feed it with data, a lot of data, and the machine will start trying to behave like human. That is smart technology. That's exactly what Mr. Ashmore is doing. Automates things that will do things better. What? At a lower price. The price point is the killer, is the kicker, you know, of everything. So we're looking at that smart technology versus reinventing. We are not, Mr. Ashmore is not reinventing. He said, I will not waste my time to try to reinvent the way to build something that is already working. Why should I go and try to build, say, I want to build search engine, Google. Google is already there. It's working fine. I said, no, I will not do that because it's waste of time. I will do something different to cover the other areas where others have not done it. So I want to touch those areas, cover that area to help us, to help mankind, you know, where people can do their job effectively and efficiently. Those things that we are struggle with, he wants to use technology to cover that area. That is what is called smart innovation. So Konfor, I will leave it there for now. We can't hear you.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to unmute myself. It takes like forever. I don't know why. Thank you so much, Collins. And I think I cannot agree with you enough. The thing about me is that I listen and I learn at the same time, you know. So my understanding, like Collins is saying, with smart innovations, they use technology and creativity to solve old problems, you know, in a very new and simplified manner, you know, and it's new, simplified, and scalable. Because I think that's what makes it smart. That's what makes it different, you know. For example of the smartphones. Smartphones have come and they have replaced telephones. We know we used to have the manual, the analog phones, and so on. And then it depends whenever it came in the Western world, but in the 2000s, in the early 2000s, we started having the telephones, the cell phones. But then from the 2000s to now, cell phones they have equally evolved, right, Collins?
Yes.
So you see this, yes. So I think that's what I understand by smart innovation when you're talking about this. So if people were still, you remember the days of Siemens. My very first phone was Siemens with a small area or the thing above it, you're calling at the you So if people are still creating that Siemens now, nobody will buy it. But then people are crazy about iPhones, the Samsungs, and so on because they're smart. You have everything here. You have your iPhone in your hand. You have your whole life on your hand. You have your job, your office, and everything. That is what makes the difference. Even with that, Ash is still looking. Where do I fit in? You know, and the good thing about Ash is the fact that he only looks for those loopholes or those gaps to fill them up. He doesn't come to snatch what you have, you know. And so he automates and does all of those things, building AI from scratch, like you guys do explain sometimes. Unlike with the reinventing the wheel, because when you just go recreating, you want to repeat Siemens of the 2000s. Who buys Siemens? You know, even in the middle of about 2005, 2006, I remember my little cousin, they showed him this the Nokia, which was one of the best in those days, Collins. So what is this? He said that's a small radio. He didn't know it was a phone, you know. So that is what makes the difference. And Ash is still like taking it to the next level, given what he is doing and what he is giving us an idea about what is going on, you know. Because when you go out reinventing the wheel, you are wasting your own time and the people's time. You're wasting resources. You are even confusing people because, like, You're telling us we're bringing something new, maybe making noises and making arts and so on. Wait for the new stuff we're bringing, and then you bring Siemens, you bring Nokia. People are going to be like, you are not serious, you know. So when you're reinventing the wheel, all you do is focus on that new product you are just bringing. But what value does it come with? Nothing. And so who cares, you know? So it's just worth it. And we think that Ash is just doing the right thing and the best of all, because what we have, although already people already find so many things really good, so good, but then Ash comes from his own perspective and says, as good as it is, thank you, we're not saying that's not good, but also use it. But then there's another way of taking it to the next level, you know. So it makes things different. And one thing I want to believe is how people with a smart innovation, it helps a lot of people. I think it's just like going back to what we discussed yesterday, Collins. When you have stay-at-home moms, you have single parents, you have even people who are disabled, you have people of all class, all walks of life. Nowadays, people want a free life, or people just want to create a bit more time so that they have time for themselves. You know, people want to even make money while still doing other stuff, you know, and then so that money should not come between you and time to do the other stuff, because money is a basic need, it's a basic necessity. Whatever you want to do, you have to have money. And so this innovation, when it comes to, it helps a lot of people, anybody at all, and then things really do change. So it comes with empowerment, it comes with uplifting humanity again, and all of those things. So it's really a big package, and I'm quite excited about it, Collins.
You know, when we're talking, you just, you know, prick my head, and I was just thinking about a lot of things. Like you rightly said, you know, smart technology add value and solve new problems. You know, because every day in our lives we encounter problems, encounter challenges when we're doing our job, and you say, oh, I wish there is something that can help me to do this. You know, a lot of people think the same. Or you are sometimes doing something, you are using an application, and you discover that this application cannot do this, and that. I say, I wish there was something. Yes, it's great, but I want to get here. How do I get to this place in a short possible time? I don't want to struggle. You know, that's the type of things, you know, people think, because it is from the user journey. You know, our user journey is helping Mr. Ash to create, you know, what he wants to create, put to the web, because he's just looking at the way we use application. Remember that he is the CEO of this company, and also he is a user of application. It doesn't mean if you're a CEO, you are not a user. He is a user, and he will also encounter challenges when he's doing something, using other application to do things. Say, my God, I think we need to fix this. I think we need to build something that will do this, you know. And that is how he become more wiser and innovative, to say, you know what, if I'm facing this, think about how many thousands or millions of people who are facing the same problem like myself. That's, I'm talking like me, Mr. Ash Mufara. What if there is a system that can solve this problem I'm stuck with and will help millions of others? I think it is good we make it. That is smart technology. So he's building something that works smarter and solve new challenges. As we grow every day in our life, we encounter problems, you know, new challenges as we do our job, we do with things, even in our own daily lives. What if there was something that can help us to solve that? You know, make us work better, efficiently. So he is coming with something fresh and something new, you know, something smarter, innovative, not reinventing, because reinventing is boring. There is no need to reinvent it. Like you rightly said, go and create Nokia again, go and create this. You know, it's already there, it's already done and dusted. Nobody will even look at it. Even if you bring it back, nobody want to see it. Most of those companies have just moved on. You know, they changed things from analog to digital. You know, and now we are just moving, you know, ahead as the, you know, thank God for the access of internet. Now we can create something that works more efficiently. And that is where Mr. Ash Mufara is looking at everything and say, you know what, I need something that can help me, and not only myself, but help millions of people. You start by yourself, then you help others. And that's how I'm looking at it. And I said, you know what, he will blow this world with technology. You know, today we're talking about he is a master, he's a genius in technology, and he's also a genius again in marketing. So, you know, one person with two ideas on what to do. Just imagine what we are expecting. It will be crazy. So come on, I'll leave it there.
Yes, so while I'll try to respond a bit, then you see the question on the screen from our friend Hyperscore Boraya. Excuse me if I don't say it well, please. So, Collins, I'll give you time to answer that. So I just want to agree with you, because what Ash is doing and the difference he's bringing again, Collins, is he's all in one ecosystem. You know how for the past years, for the past how long, I can't tell, people have been having stuff on multiple fragmented tools here and there. Email marketing, you get from A, then autoresponders, lead capture, analytics, and all of those things, So users get everything in a unified AI-driven system from what Mr. Mufara is promising us. That is powerful, isn't it? You know how you just sit in your office. I'm that kind of a person. I've told you guys, I think you should know me by now. If you're working with me and you have to close this window and go to the next one and close and go to the next one, I will always mess up the team because I quickly get overwhelmed. But then Ash puts it all in one place so that if you are in that suit, you are just buried in there. You're doing everything. It's self-contained, everything. Just call it anything you want to call it. It works, So one thing is clear. I did not create marketing. I did not create AI. He did not create automation. All of those things already existed like many years ago. Colin, you've been telling, I never knew what AI was. But then when you explain by pointing to small examples like the toothbrush that we use, the electronic toothbrush and stuff, that is AI. I'm saying, it was already in use, but we did not know. But what Ash is doing, he's only trying to reimagine how these could work together under one roof, powered by artificial intelligence and automation, so that even non-techie users like Ash's mother-in-law can still use it, right? Like myself, I can still use it, like my auntie down the village, like anybody else, So that's the beauty of what Ash is doing, to the best of my understanding, when I listen to what other people say, So it's quite powerful. It's really great. And we think that we are just in the right place. And somebody listening to this, whether you were just passing by and you found us, don't ignore. Watch this platform, because the moment it happens, you are going to just raise your hand, count me in. I am ready to walk this journey with you. Things will never be the same in your life. So, Collins, there's a question on the screen. You might want to answer to that question first and then see if you have another response or whatever I said, if you're happy with it.
Yes, it's a good question our brother asked. So, like we are saying, Ash is not reinventing the wheel. There is no need for ChatGPT. ChatGPT is already there. It's doing its thing. It's AI, it's generative AI. Ash is not going to build another ChatGPT. For what? What reason? He's not reinventing the wheel, But when you look at it, when we talk about AI, we're talking about artificial intelligence, and there's a lot of component, function, features within the product Ash is bringing. Most of those features will be embedded with artificial intelligence. Some of them will not be generative AI, because people always think like, it's generative. No, there are some that there will be big data analytic tools and stuff, in their own way. Sometimes people think like, it just need to be ChatGPT. No. What if there was no ChatGPT? Like you just mentioned the toothbrush I talk about. What about the cash machine we are using every day? Checkout, passport service. They are all AI. You go and look at you. That's not generative AI. It is just AI, machine learning. It can read you and know this is Konfor, this is this person, this is wrong. It's all about coding, feeded with information. So this ChatGPT is doing its own. It's about retrieve big data, and we are the one giving ChatGPT information. Remember how many millions of people we gave the information to this system, and the more we give the information, the system become it become more perfect to do what it's doing. But when we look at different systems, Ash is coming with different, all embedded with different AI mechanism, machine learning mechanism. Not everything is generative. But is it driven with AI? Yes. The first AI we didn't know, people didn't know, it was calculator. 1 + 1 = 2, 2 + 2 = 3. Is that generative AI? No. But it is AI. They try the mechanism until it can calculate numbers of these, produce number of things that we cannot even understand. Human brain cannot even comprehend. But at that time, generative AI wasn't there. But that was AI. 1 + 1 = 2, 2 + 2 = 3. How can machine do this? The people didn't know that was it. So Ash is coming with different things, a lot of things, but it will be driven by different AI mechanism, you know, machine learning, a lot of things, you know, deep learning. You can go lot. There are just lot out there, you know. So, but when we are coming back, we look at smart technology. How can it's about making people's life easy in the best possible way, you know, building, take, you know, take complex system, make it so simple so that you can use it user friendly. You can go on top of it, sleep on top of it, do whatever you want to do, come out and you say, wow, this is really beautiful. You know, it is difficult to do that because you ask yourself, how do I make it? You don't make it for only the intellectuals. Even sometimes the intellectuals, even sometimes people believe those who are learned, they are the most easy people you can, or they can just use things easy. No, they don't even have time for that. These are the people who are even, things are even more difficult. They just want the most easiest way to do their job. For instance, take a medical doctor, tell him, click 3 times before you get to where you want to go. The doctor will tell you, no, I just want to click 1 time because I don't have time to click here, go to this page, click here, go to this page, click here. Show me, I want just 1 click. If I click to this page, I want to see Konfor record. Do what I want to do and go out. My own is to do my job. My own is not to be clicking, changing pages. These are the people who are learned, but they don't have time, you know, because of what is in front of them. Think about an accountant. Think about someone who is a president. The country is all on top of his head. You want to tell him to sit on a computer and then click 100 pages before he will see what he wants to see. No, they don't have time for that. Instead, those who are really calm, you know, they really relax, less responsibility, have that time to even go and say, okay, let me just fish around to learn how this thing works. But those who are really, a lot of things is just on top of them, don't have time. They just want the most easiest and simple way to do their job and come out, because time is of essence. Now, Mr. Ashford said, how do I give you something that will cut that time frame where you don't need to come and sleep on top of it, waste a lot of time just to do a simple job. A job that will take you 15 minutes to do, you spend 30 minutes only to navigate a system. How do I give you that simple technology where you can just go in, do your job as easy, as quick as possible and come out? Effective technology, a technology that is efficient, you know, cut down time frame. That is smart technology we are talking about. You know, he is not reinventing the old one. He wants to give you something fresh and new, easy to use, so you can do your job and go. It's more of businesses and normal users. You see, so when we are looking at it, he's looking at the business standpoint. How will business people embrace this? And when you look at the other part, how will a normal user like me embrace this? It's twofold. So, Comfort, I will leave it there. Take it from me.
Indeed, yeah. I just special shout out this my brother Boaraya. I need to learn how to call your name. So Ash, he says, Ash will save us not only money but peace of mind, and we are making huge profits as we go. It's a win-win. That's why I'm so in it to win it. You know, Collins, when you were talking about the medical doctor and stuff, so many things were coming to my mind. People like customers, you know, what they need is solution, not experiment. They say, click here and see if you want to do this. No, they need solution. And that solution means the doctor just wants something to tap on it once and pop, he gets to where he's going, so that he turns around and looks at the patient waiting for him, lying on the bed or sitting in front of him, you know. So I think it makes a lot of sense. The doctor doesn't even have time to sign, and then talk less of navigating systems to just get a point or to get a thing, you know. So when they make it smart, it's smart for everybody. It saves time and money, like my brother says, you know. So Ash's vision is actually focused on inclusion, not just invention. Because I'm sure, again, like yesterday, we discussed this. Let's come back again to today. Ash is surely asking, who is in need here? You know, I'm sure he thinks, because Ash is that person who has a heart for he just wants everybody to be happy and comfortable. He thinks about the little guy in the house who is the startup person, the startup business. They're just starting. you're struggling with capital, you're still trying to get a loan here and there, then you still need to pay for software to boost this business so that you make money and stuff. Ash is thinking of that person. Ash is thinking about the offices, the organizations, charitable foundations. Ash is thinking about big companies. So although as big as they are, they still need this to make themselves even more comfortable. And he gets it all in. So the invention is coming at the bottom because it's like, all right, I now understand. After looking at all of these things, I will create this, not just for fun, not just to let people know that another thing is lying on the shelves, but then it's coming with value. It's coming to solve a problem. It's coming to make a difference. It's coming to just stop the headache of people say, oh my God, I don't even understand. It's so difficult to navigate, or it's so expensive, or and stuff like that, or I still have to click here, leave, and go here, there, and there, and there, and there. It's just a powerful idea, whatever is happening here. So, like my brother says, we only conclude by saying we are just all very, very in it to win it. And yeah. Collins, I don't know, whatever thing you have to say, just chip it in and let's gradually round up, please.
Yeah. So yes, as you rightly said, Ash is building this, for everyone. The company is for everyone, and that's why it's taking time. Global company, it's not easy to build a global company. Things like this takes time. Like we said today in OTech Pro, it takes time. And this is something that will solve a lot of problems. It is for small size corporation, medium size, and even enterprise, global corporation. And if you want to build something that will go viral, you need to take that time. You need to put time and effort. And that's exactly what Mr. Ash Mufara is doing. He is putting his time, he's putting the effort, he's putting the money. He said if it is not good, he will not put it out. He is someone who always excels for excellence. He wants something to be, to be top notch and say, yes, we are good. He himself wants to be, to be happy with his own invention, to say, yes, at the end of the day, my heart, will feel at rest that I build what comes from my own heart, not from what people are telling me. He is someone who doesn't allow pressure to subdue him. He always sucked in pressure and said, what is the next? What is the next step? And that is the beauty about someone who is an inventor. They look at what will happen in 30 years to come. They don't look at now. They look at how would this solution, what I'm building, solve the problem for today and the problem for 30 years to come. How will the company grow, sustain, sustain forever? We are talking about IBM. That has been for 75 years. We're talking about, look at all the other companies. The lease is almost 20 years or 30 years. If they were like they came in and just said, let's just do something for today. By now, all of them, we will not be talking about them, this company again. But they are there because they did their homework rightly. They look at how the company will withstand, pressure. It's like you are building a plane. You said, how will this plane withstand air pressure when it take off? How will the plane withstand the pressure, the atmosphere pressure? What if there is wind? What if there is turbulence? How will this plane sustain that? And this is what Mr. Ash Mufara is doing. It is not easy. It takes time. And to build that, you need to look at, you need to look ahead. Look at everything that we want this thing to stay for the next 100, 200, 300. Even if we are dead and gone, let this legacy remain forever for generations to come. That's exactly what he is doing. He wants to put the foundation right, so when they take off, it stays forever. The only thing will happen is he will be like adding new features, adding new products, adding new things, looking at what is happening, said, how do we solve this problem? New problem comes and the solution is there to resolve it. So anything happen, the solution is there to resolve it. It doesn't matter anywhere on this planet Earth. If there is a problem, how will this company resolve it in their own way? That is how inventors think. And in technology, you think that way. Because remember, every day, Konfor, like in where I work, every day we get new things. We don't build and say, this is it. Every day customer will say, can you do this? Can you add this for us? Can you add this for us? Yes, we can do it. Yes, we can do it. And that is what will happen. It will just grow and grow and grow until one day you will look at this company and say, you will not even recognize the company, because the company will turn to a machine. When you talk about machine, robotic machine, that solves real problem in real time. So Konfor, this is what I'll take. I'll say, let us be patient. And for those who are looking for something fresh, it is coming. It is coming for you.
Yes, yes, of course, because I think Collins, we can go on and on and on, but we like it, especially when it's very interactive. But I would like to ask a few questions, maybe just drop a comment in the chat section. Let's see what you think. So have you ever used a tool that made your life easier by just simplifying an old system? And imagine that feeling. And can you even think of a time when a new product felt like reinventing the wheel? Oh, you're like, oh God, this is such a waste of time. What did they bring it here? People want something to make a difference. It just makes life more difficult. So just you think about more businesses. What do you think about the businesses today? Are they truly innovative or just recycling ideas? But Ash is not that guy. That's why he stands out, because he's like, yeah, we've been seeing these things for centuries and decades and all of those things. People have been wasting money online, doing the same thing, recycling the same ideas, the same formulas every day, and nothing is happening. So let's get something totally different here. And he's doing what he's doing. So we just leave ourselves with the thought, or to remind ourselves that reinvention, as exciting as it can be, it is just without direction. Because when you repeat what somebody already did, you bring back Nokia or Siemens with the smallest thing. What do you want me to do with this? Just tell me. Okay, you've created it. Tell me what then? What should I do with it? So Ash shows us how his vision plus integration and technology, they lead to true transformation. That is what makes the difference here. There is total transformation here. Because any other thing is like, oh yeah, this one used to be here, but then this is different. What's that? I think I'm interested. Let me have a look. Because people take it reluctantly when they tap on this. Oh, let me sit down. Give me a cup of tea. I want to have a look. Come closer. And then you say, oh, this is different. I think I'm interested. Like, I like how Red does that. Is it Red? And Andy, you say, I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. Pick it up, put it in. And, that is what Ash is doing. Anybody who gets into that ecosystem is like, I love this. I love the other one. Put it in the basket. Put it in the basket. You go and pay. That's how Mr. Mufare and the rest of the community, they smile. So Ash is not just trying to replace systems. He is making the systems work together. The reason for the ecosystem, the AI-based ecosystem. So this is a different thing, and it stands out. We are fine indeed. Thank you, Brother Collins, for always joining. And guys, we appreciate you for all the comments. Let's keep them coming. Let's keep encouraging one another and waiting patiently, because this is different. And if you found some value in this, you can only support the channels, whatever channel you are watching from, by sharing, by clicking on the notification bell, so that we keep meeting and doing this together. And equally subscribe if you don't mind. We would really appreciate that. Thank you guys, and see you again soon. Bye. So Heroes webinar is tomorrow, same time, 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and see you there, guys. Thanks.